true. I can lick them, mix it through. The overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder.
Mrs. Murphy gave a party about a week ago. Everything was plentiful. Well, the Murphys, they're not slow. They treated us like gentlemen. We tried to act the same. Only for what happened, this was an awful shame. Mrs. Murphy dished the chowder out and fainted on the spot. She found a pair of overalls at the bottom of the pot. Tim Nolan, he got ripping mad. His eyes were bulging out. He jumped upon the piano and loudly he did shout, "Go through the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder."
Nobody spoke, so he shouted all the louder.
It's an Irish trick, that's true. I can lick them, mix it through.
The overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder.
They dragged the pants from out the soup and laid 'em on the floor. Each man swore upon his life he'd not seen 'em before. They were plastered up with mortar and were worn out at the knee. They had their many ups and downs as we could plainly see. When Mrs. Murphy, she came to, she starts to cry and pout. She'd had them in the wash that day, forgot to take 'em out. Tim Nolan, he excused himself for what he'd said that night. So we put music to the words and sung with all our might. Go through the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder.
Nobody spoke, so he shouted all the louder.
It's an Irish trick, that's true. I can lick the mix that through.
The overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder.